Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Whether you're just starting out or scaling up, this is your space to connect, learn, and grow alongside a community of trailblazing women who, just like you, they are making their mark in the world of business. From personal branding to powerhouse marketing, from leadership to lifestyle tips, we've got you covered. So get ready to ignite your passion, fuel your purpose, and unlock your potential with Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. Let's make this journey together and turn your entrepreneurial dreams into reality. Hey guys, welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I'm super excited to welcome you today because you know what? We're always celebrating these trailblazing women who are making waves in business and go beyond what some of you actually think is an entrepreneur. So today we're thrilled to have such a person. She's a powerhouse guest who's an award-winning entrepreneur, a business strategist, a founder of the I'm Possible Woman Entrepreneur Collaboration Inc., and the Possible Woman magazine. She is also known as the Queen of Business Development. Why, I wish I had that name, and has dedicated over 20 years to helping women break barriers and build their legacies. From her start to boutique wedding planning, oh my God, that would be so much fun, to empowering female entrepreneurs all across the globe. Her journey is filled with all kinds of milestones with accolades, such like the 2020 Influential Woman in Business Award and the title of one of LinkedIn's, they don't give those out lightly too either, influential African American businesswomen. She continues to lead with passion and purpose. Guys, you know what? Get ready to dive into the world in business of the mission to empower women and embrace their I'm possible moments. So grab your cup of coffee or whatever totes you at this moment, sit back, and let's get inspired together with Sharon Ringier. God, Sharon, thank you so much for being here. You're so amazing. I love it.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me. And your energy is infectious. Girl, oh my God.
Just me. What can we say?
Well, you make me want to know me.
Well, that's good, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So tell us about your journey of how you became the entrepreneur that you are right now. Because I know it wasn't just one and done. Oh my God, it was just so easy. So tell me about it.
Sure. So I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit, even as a kid. I mean, I was that kid that, I eat Girl Scout cookies, whatever you call it. It's like I was always that person that wanted to, be that top sales or whatever the case may be. Or I just didn't like marching at the beat of someone else's drum. So no matter what it was, I'm that dreamer that it's like if it was a crazy idea, I wanted to do it to see if I could make it happen. But as time went on, I, became a mom, because I got married at 19. And then 2 years later, I'm like, I want to have a kid. And so it's like trying to work and have the kid, it wasn't easy. So I was thinking, okay, what can I do to still be a mom and navigate that space? Well, instead of figuring out one or the other, I added on becoming an entrepreneur. And the one that really stuck was becoming the event planner. So I did the weddings, corporate social. My home became Wedding Central, but the kids' parties were never this, like, people would see their parties. They're like, oh my God, I didn't know you did this. Oh my God, I didn't know that, this was something that was possible. So it was really cool because I got to still be in my zone of genius, and it came flawlessly for that from that aspect, but I still had to have a day gig. So I never gave up on it, right? And it's like, so I just kept on and kept on until, my business did start growing. And then I retired from it for a while. And then a friend of mine called me and she's like, hey, I have a client. I know you're gone, but would you be willing to take her on? And I always said if I ever came back, it would be with a big bang. Well, little did I know when I meet this woman, we're on a call and it's Christmas time and she's listening to the background music and it's like, what are you listening to? And it was like one of those CDs that you get from Bath and Body Works or Bed Bath and Beyond, one of those. And I'm like, oh, this cute little, no-namer CD with all the different Christmas songs on it. But this is like one of my favorite songs. And it was like, Stay a Little Longer, Santa. And yeah, because I mean, and when I say it was racy, it was cute because it was like, hey, I can do more for you than those old reindeer. Let me sit on your lap kind of thing. And I was just like, oh, okay, I love this song. This is cute. And she's like, oh my God, that's my song. And I'm like, I know it's my song too. It's so cute. She's like, no, it's my song. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, holy crap. I go, your name is on this CD. I remember seeing it now. So it was like one of those words like I realized that here was my big bang, So I did her wedding. Everything was great. She was an amazing client. Like I loved her. And she was the celebrity that mold was broken because I didn't want to do any other celebrity weddings after hers because no one would ever be what she was, which was a human being first. And to this day, we're still friends. And so, but it was like one of those where it's like, it just let me know that, hey, the sky is the limit, like when you speak it into existence. So then I was, so during doing the weddings, I was still kind of like, something was missing, in events and everything, something was missing. So I was like, if I wanted to do a women's empowerment like conference. And a friend of mine was hosting an event. She had a speaker coming in. No one showed, but she called me. She's like, hey, would you come? I don't have anyone registered, but we're still trying to get this done. And I'm like, sure. Little did I know this woman challenged me. And that's the one thing I hate is for someone to challenge me. And I told her I wanted to do the conference. And she's like, well, what's stopping you? And it was almost like one of those where you get ready to answer and then you're like, nothing. Like, and she's, then do it. Well, and my girlfriend, she's like, I dare you. And I'm like, you know what, you snot. So I love Sharon. We're besties. So it's like if she's listening to this, she knows what I'm talking about. But it was just one of those where it's like, oh my God, okay, I gotta get this done. And when I tell you it was no small feat trying to plan an event like that, because I learned a lot from that as well. It's like it's one thing to be an event planner as opposed to an event producer. So there was some school of hard knocks where the stress from that actually did eventually put me in the hospital because it really impacted my health. But I learned so much from it. Would not change a thing. But the one thing I did say was, God, if you want me to do this women's empowerment thing, you need to take weddings off my heart because I can't do both. And be careful what you ask for. So I didn't even plan my son's wedding. So it was just, I have no desire. It's gone. It's just gone. But the women's empowerment, like, oh my God, it was, and it's more than the cliche of women's empowerment. I have always been that person where I have you look at how you do life. It's like be careful what you say. I used to tell my kids, trying is lying. Either you're going to, you're not. Like stuff like that. It's like it's always about what I always say, what you think about, you speak about, what you speak about, you become. So be careful what you put in the universe. So that whole journey was like more than just me deciding to do it. It was a journey of learning who I was as a person and helping others find that space as well.
Yeah, don't you find that you have to do those different things to be able to grow up to what God wants you to be?
Exactly. Exactly.
You said you were doing multiple, like you were working as well as doing event planning. What did you do as for a job?
I was an executive admin.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was planning their stuff too. So it's like, planning their events and I got such a rise out of it. Like hey, let's do something monthly. Like it was always just because it just rolls off. It's so easy to do for me. It's like I'm a craft. Like I decided that I want to design wedding invitations. I had invitations that were going to the Trinidad's, so it's just like I'm that crafty person. I wanted to learn how to crochet again. My son goes, well, Mom, go to YouTube. Okay, YouTube University. Now I'm crocheting, hats and blankets and like I can do it because it's just that side of me is so crafty. I love creating things.
Yeah, and I love the fact that I love being creative because I think all entrepreneurs have a creativity inside of them because they wouldn't be doing what they're doing if they weren't. And
Exactly.
the fact that you started off in a job, then it mushroomed up, then it mushroomed up, and then it
Yeah.
moved you to something else. And that's what happens. And we can't beat
Right,
up
right.
over it.
Oh no, not at all. Even from the crafty side, like the last job that I had, um, the my employer, he's like, I know you said you like to do that kind of stuff, and we need to remodel and do some things. I wound up doing picking all the design pieces. Like I got the project to literally, because we were opening a new suite. So we were upgrading everything. So it was one of those where it's like I had quotes on the walls because I feel like in an environment that is, especially the corporate environment, it's very sterile. So how can we help them to work on their mindset while we're there? Create an environment that helps their morale. So I had my favorite quote, nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible right at my desk as you walked in. And I mean, I'm talking, it was large and in charge. It was huge in Tiffany blue because it's Audrey Hepburn's quote. So, and of course, Tiffany's. So it's like that if anything that I do, whether it's for corporate or for myself or for someone else, I love it when I'm allowed to be creative.
Yeah. And is that your favorite quote?
Yes.
It is.
Yes, there's a lot to be said about I'm possible. And that's the reason why my company name is what it is one, and I tease all the time, I'm an Audrey Hepburn whore. I love, love, love Audrey Hepburn. But the quote I'm possible, when you really think about it, if we look at it from a spiritual space and we look at, the Old Testament when Moses says, okay, God, you want me to go and tell Pharaoh to free yo peeps, not your peeps, yo peeps. Who shall I say sent me? Because he's looking at me like, who are you? You're just Moses. Who are you? And God said two words, I am. I am that I am. So life and death lie in the power of the tongue. And we don't realize, like, Angel, when you go introduce yourself to someone, you don't go, hey, Angel. You go, hi, I am Angel. So your first name is named Angel. Your first name is I am because we're made in his likeness. So when I thought about that, and then I thought about my quote, the I'm possible, I'm like, when people say my company name, they're speaking life over themselves. So that in itself was just like so monumental for me. And it's just, I really love how like God gives us these little lessons in the things that we do in our lives.
Wow. That is amazing. I love it. Oh my God. I'm possible. Love that. I love the fact how you entwine all of it. Totally. It just
Awesome.
gives
Thank you.
realization to people. I love it. So tell us about what you exactly do now. I know you have a conference. I know you have a magazine. So tell us about it all.
What I do now is swoon over my grandbaby every opportunity I get. He's 8 months old. Um, so everything that I do now is all about her and the legacy that I want to leave behind her for her. Um, so yes, the magazine, I started it for a conference, or actually for a retreat, and it was only supposed to be a one-time thing. Be careful telling God your plans. Because he does laugh because we're coming up on our second anniversary for 2 years now. And so I do the magazine. I have the membership. We just relaunched the membership. It was a soft launch in June. So I had to take a break from it. We found out last year my husband was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer. But for as much as I tease about be careful what you tell, God, your plans, he also knew what we had in store. And he is now in remission. This guy rides, he just did 50 something miles the other day on his bike, which was crazy to me. But so he rides like a banshee, just mind blown. But he's in full remission. He's doing great. But it was one of those of where it's just like, how can I, still do my business? So I did just the magazine, but now we've relaunched the membership and getting ready to do more of a membership drive. But I wanted to do a soft launch, and even the soft launch garnered like 14 members because I'm not looking to have like a ton of members. I'm looking to have quality members.
Mhm.
So, and there's nothing wrong with having a lot of members. It's just that I have a friend of mine, she always talks about, I want to empower a million women. And I think that that's beautiful, but I'd rather empower the right women as opposed to a million women. Because when you think about, not every woman is your person. So I want to make sure that the women that what I'm led to do, whatever it is that I'm supposed to do, that's who I can help. So I want to make sure that I'm in front of the right.
Okay, you just brought a very good point that
Okay.
most entrepreneurs don't realize is that my people might not be your people, and your people might not be Sally's people, and Sally's people might not be either one of our people,
Right.
and people don't get that. I mean, there's a reason that they go to you, there's a reason that they come to
Exactly.
me. I mean, there's a reason that they're at with different people because
Mhm.
they might not be totally our jam 100%, you know?
Exactly.
And so, yeah, you have a magazine, I have a magazine, but we probably deal with different people and we talk about different things and everything. And
Exactly.
yeah, so I mean, when you do that, people need to realize that, yeah, you might have an accounting firm, she might have an accounting firm. You're different. You're not
Exactly.
attract the
Exactly.
same people at all. And I think people think that other women are their competition. They're not.
No, no. That's why when I saw the opportunity, I was like, this is awesome because here's the thing. At a minimum, I wanted to get to know you because while I'm always doing a call to action with, looking for writers for my magazine, these ladies are also looking, it's like, why can't I like, and I wouldn't use the word partner with you, but collaborate with you because as I'm getting women to do with, work with me, I can be sending them your way as well. We need to learn how to grow together as opposed to thinking that you're going to take something from me because nothing can be taken from you that God didn't have any intention.
100%. It's already, yeah, your road is destined. You just have to
Mhm.
take that destiny
Exactly.
and make those steps toward your
Yes.
destiny.
Yeah. And embrace the journey. It's like, and that's why it's like, I know that, and I tell people all the time, not all money is good money.
Oh,
Not all, all of the things. It's like the right things and the right people will come my way. And, so when I see that there are organizations out there, there are other women groups, women's groups out there that have a lot more people. And I'm like, that's great. And don't get me, I'm a member of some of them myself,
me too.
you know, but it's like, it's how can we look at that and say, okay, I'm not going in there to infiltrate. I'm going in there to, yes, I want to expand my reach for several reasons. It's like, I don't have to be going in to get a member. I can be going in to get someone to, yeah, hey, are you looking to, get exposure? Because that's one of the things that I want to do. And it's not about, and I tell women all the time, it's like, I will allow anyone to write an article, in the magazine. Now, if you want to do multiple, then we talk about what that costs monetarily. But I want to, my vision with it was to help you amplify your voice.
Mhm.
So how many women can I help amplify their voices? And it's like, it's a win-win to me.
Yeah. We love doing the same thing. We love helping other women amplify their voice, get it out into the world so other people
Exactly.
see what they're doing.
And
100%.
by us even working together, we're setting a standard for this is how women should be working together, as opposed to, I'm part of, like I said, another group, and we talk about it all the time. And she's forever sharing my stuff, and I'm forever sharing her stuff. And I'm like, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, if we have more than one kid, each kid has its own quality.
Mhm.
One's going to be very sports oriented, where the other one might be a book nerd. It's like we're all, but if you combine the two kids together, we make a whole family, right? So it's like, how do we, adopt that mindset instead of worrying about, is someone going to, again, no one is going to take, and that's a scarcity mindset, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I just like people to understand that you have to partner. I don't care.
Yeah.
Have
Oh
to
yeah.
partner. And I
Yes.
don't know how to look in that camera more and go, you have to partner.
Oh yeah.
So it's networking. You have to build that network. And as an entrepreneur, that's what you have to do. And so, yeah, 100%. And you know what? I saw that she had a magazine. Did I second guess? I'm like, oh my God, she'd be so good. Exactly what I said.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So, talking about how awesome you are, if you had one superpower for one day only, what would it be?
So for those that are watching that are mature enough to know Bewitch, that would be to twitch my nose and just make it happen. So just make shit happen. Like do 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 do. Oop, done.
You know what? I used to want to be her so bad. I'm like, can I be that way? Can I like twitch my nose? I used to practice all the time. I used to go,
That's hilarious.
well, it's like, okay, can I move that fork to my hand? No, but it's okay. I'll try it.
For me, it's get the fork out of my hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love it. Can I twitch my nose and play like I did 10,000 steps today? And like,
that part. Yes.
and I did other stuff.
Yes.
And
That's
my
funny.
body does what it's supposed to do, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, no, all kidding aside, but I mean that would be really great, especially in business, getting all the
Mhm.
phone calls done, getting all the emails done, getting everything done. Yeah. So that's almost like having assistants. I don't know about you, but I have two right now, and I still can't get all my stuff done. What about you? Nope, can't hear you.
I zero.
Zero. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have assistants, but it's so I just manage, and but it's having good systems in place as well. But yeah,
The systems are the key.
yeah, they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
All right. What would you go back and tell your 18-year-old self today?
That you don't have to have it all figured out because it's probably going to change anyway. By the time you think you have it figured out. I mean, yeah, when I was 19, I got married because and everyone told me, like, Sharon, you're getting married too young, go to college, live your life. No, I wanted to get married and have kids, and I thought I had it figured out. So I did get married. Two years later, I had my first son. Uh, and then 4 years after that, had my second son. Still thought I had it figured out. And yeah, I haven't
We still
figured
don't
out.
have it together.
I still
No,
don't have
I
it figured
don't.
out. I know I no, no, no. I mean, I wanted to be a fashion designer. Thought I had it figured out, but I didn't. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you're an event planner. You did an event planning. You do your own events now. I mean, that is like designing all the time. It's just
It's
not close.
different though. I wanted to design. So I did. I mean, they're in storage right now, but I still have some of the designs that I drew.
Well, okay, so
Yeah.
I used to design all my clothes and my mom used to make them for me. So I totally
Oh,
get that. Yeah, I totally understand that.
yeah.
I
Well, so
love
I have to say I did get the opportunity to design the dress I wore to my son's wedding.
Ooh, that's
So I
interesting.
had a custom because it was a very they we had was in Boise, Idaho. And so it was very hot. And the only person that had the gown was the bride. So everyone had short dresses. So I had a pencil dress designed, um, drew it all out, the whole 9 yards. And then I wanted to do something different. So I had like a bell skirt that was worn over it with a
Oh,
little bit of tulle coming out of the bottom of it. But it was tea length. I want to say not even tea length, probably more like the just a little bit below the knees. So that way when the reception started, I came out in just the dress and the skirt was gone. So I had a clothes change, Well, I mean, it's like I was trying to think like what could I do that would be different than any other mother of the groom since I didn't have much involvement. So that was me still being able to, I maybe can't plan the wedding, but I can definitely, I can plan what I'm wearing.
I like
So
that.
I
That was
designed it.
cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
It was
really
fun.
cute.
It was really fun. So yeah.
Talking about fun, is there a fun fact about you that not a lot of people know about that you want to tell us about?
Um, I used to have a ferret.
A ferret?
Yes. I used to have a ferret. My son was in college. He went to Carthage, and his old school buddy slash college buddy snuck a ferret into his dorm, and the ferret got out. It got into someone's room. And so my son came home, and it was a baby at the time. And my son came home, and I'm like, he's, Mom, can we help Drew? And I'm like, sure. What are we helping him with? And he's like, well, his ferret got loose. And I'm like, what ferret? And I'm like, wait, like a furry snake? And because I'm petrified of snakes. So all I could think of was furry snake, furry snake, furry snake. So he brought him home and let me see him. And at that time, he was no longer than maybe from the tip of my middle finger to my wrist. So he was really small. And I fell in love with him. And Drew wouldn't come visit. And I'm like, okay, I'm learning about ferrets. They're very territorial. They almost like imprint on their owners kind of thing. So they get very attached. And he waited too long. And I'm like, yeah, he's mine. You're done. You're not getting him back because it was like over a year. And all I knew is his mom, who's OCD, was like, please don't let that thing come in my house. So because she was petrified of him, so she was like, you keep him there. And I mean, she even gave me money and bought all the things and got the shots and everything for like 2 years, 2 years, just so she wouldn't have to inherit it back. And I'm like, yeah, we can keep doing this. That's good. So, but
What was
yeah,
his name? What was his name?
his nickname was Sibbity Badass because he was so bad, but it was Sebastian.
What did he
So,
do that was bad?
oh my God, like he just, if you let him out, he would just get into so much trouble. So, and I literally bought him like a playpen. And I mean, the thing was like huge. It was probably like a 60-inch round playpen. He would figure out how to climb up it and go onto my bookshelf and then get down. And I'd look up and he's down the hall. So he was just he was a little escape artist. He was a little con man, but he was my heart. I loved him. And then, and my son, the one that got all this started, he would do stuff like give him a mohawk. So he'd shave him and come, and hey Ma, you want to see Sebastian? I'm like, sure. And it's just like, oh my God. And what was funny was I lost it the first time he did it. And I didn't know that my other son was videoing it the whole time, my response. It was not pleasant. So I'll say it that way. It did not go well. I'm glad they deleted the video footage because it was
Oh,
not
that's
good.
fun.
It
That's
was hilarious
funny.
though. But yeah, and I've got pictures of him with the fro hawk. And then there was another time he cut all of his hair off on his body and left the hair on from his shoulders down and on his head. And I'm like, and he goes, what makes him look fierce? So my family is just they're a hoot.
So I'll make you laugh. I'll make you laugh. So someone was just banging on my door to come in, and my husband was supposed to control him. So I'm going to make you laugh. Here's my little Yorkie. Say hey. Say
Hi, honey.
so he had to come visit,
Oh,
obviously. So I was like, okay, he's banging on my door. What's going on?
oh. I love Yorkies. I was when I because I've got a rescue. Is he? No, he's not down there.
He's not done.
Um, yeah.
Devo? D?
So I got a rescue, and out of all when I went to get them and look at them, they had one Yorkie, and I wanted it, but it wasn't good with ferrets. So I was just like, come here. So instead, I got this little dude right here.
cute.
So he's a Chihuahua Corgi.
Oh, wow. He is gorgeous. Oh my God.
And his name is Devo, D-I-V-O. So instead of a diva, he's a Devo.
He's a Devo. Well, mine's Romeo. Hey, Devo.
Romeo.
Yeah, how
Awesome.
cute. Precious. I love it. I love it.
So but that's my boy.
So
So
the
between
dogs
him
had to
and
enter the
Mhm,
whole thing.
mhm.
They
Yep.
had to get their attention in, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Well,
all right, your favorite book. Didn't hear you say it again.
oh, I'm sorry, the Bible.
The Bible, and I see you have an Ephesians, is it 2:10?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So tell us about it. Let's educate our people. Let's talk about Ephesians 2:10.
So this talks about passion. And what's funny is I bought this at a conference that I was just at in Topeka. And I was debating on even getting a shirt at all. I wanted to support, and I saw this and I'm like, done, done. So anything that has scripture on it, even if I haven't read it, if it has scripture, if it says faith, anything to that effect, I do get it. I will tell you, I am a potty mouth Christian, but yes, I love
Happen.
anything that has scripture on it.
I love it. I love it. And I love for the fact it has purpose because that's what we're talking, you and I have been
Oh,
talking
purpose, yes.
about.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that's what Ephesians 2 is all about, is
Yeah,
you're chosen for a purpose and
yeah,
and to fulfill that purpose. So I love it. That is amazing.
yes.
That is amazing. That you should walk in that purpose.
Hmm. Hmm.
I love it. All right, your favorite song to get you to groove on.
Oh, oh, now that's a different one. But the one that we talked,
Give me both. I need both or more.
okay. So the one that I love is Overcomer, by Mendisa. That's one of my faves. But I also love anything by Lauren Daigle. She has some amazing songs. But to like get my groove on, like if you want to see me get up and no matter what, I'm going to dance, no matter how I'm feeling, is the wobble.
The one.
Mhm. A wobble baby, wobble baby. So it's so funny because now that my little one, she's 8 months and she's been standing since she was about 6 months. But she does she
She does
starts
the
doing
wobble.
this. So I tell her, I go, they wrote a song for you called the Wobble Baby, Wobble Baby. And every time I say that, she just gives this bare mouth with her. And I tease all the time because they're not teeth. I call them little toofuses because they're two little look like pieces of rice in her mouth. And I'm like, but she's standing there and she's just like, doing this, and I'll sing it. And she just smiles from ear to ear. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I love it. That is just too cute. I
So
love
yeah,
it.
but I
I,
love that song. Love that song. I've got friends that I was at a fundraiser. I'll never forget. I was the young lady that I spoke of that um has her own streaming platform, and she invited me to this fundraiser. You're talking like 300-400 people are there. We're dressed up, like we have on costumes. I think I was a flapper, she was Catwoman. But that came on, and I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'll be right back. And I ran and got on the dance floor, and literally her face was like, and she's like, I didn't know you could dance. I'm like, well, you never put me in an environment for me to dance. Yes, I can dance. Yes. And I'm like, that's my song. Yes.
we would have fun dancing. I can tell you that now. We would have a total blast.
That's funny.
All right. What about a giveaway? Do you have a giveaway for them?
Yes, I do. So one of the things that I really love, and that's so my zone of genius is goal setting. So again, planning, goals, that kind of thing. So I have what's called the Ultimate Goal Setting Workbook, and it's a fusion of like business, your goal setting, and the resilience. Because a lot of times what we do is we'll have one piece of it, but we don't understand why we want it. So I teach vision board workshops as well. And I I learned so much from doing that because we're like, oh, I'm going to do this or I'm going to get this for someone. And it's like all of a sudden it ends up in the drawer and it never manifests because it was never meant. Your vision, your purpose, Your passions are yours. Now, if it means that it's doing something for someone, that's great, but the means to the end to get there has to be for you. So this book, it's kind of robust, I will admit. It's actually very robust. Everyone tells me, oh, there's so much information for one person to absorb. Well, here's the thing. If you're serious about what it is that you are trying to accomplish, it kind of makes you step back and think about all of the components of what is necessary to get done. Because there isn't like an ecology around goal setting. So that's what this is. It's like so it kind of infuses all of it together, and it makes you think about, it asks you all the questions and things that you can do to really dig in deep to kind of get serious about the goals that you're trying to accomplish.
And it's a book that you have, or?
So they can download it. It's a free download.
Okay. Oh, and that's what you're giving them. Oh,
Mhm.
wow. Oh my God. And do you know the website of that?
Yes, it's setsmartgoals.com.
Wow. Wow. That is a really awesome thing. They get the whole book and they get to download it. Oh my God.
And like I said, I think it's like 30 something pages. So, and every time I get, because I'll get talked to, but, coaches will be like, that's really like you should probably sell that and downsize it. And it's just, out of all the things that I can do, that's one piece that it's like, even if they take it and I never hear from them again, at least I pray that it at least blesses someone.
That is a great thing. I love that. I love that. Great ebook for them to download. So they don't even have to go buy it. That is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so generous and sweet. What a gift. So we're going to have we're going to have that link down below. We're going to have all your socials linked down. And what is your website?
I'll give you the magazine because there's 3. And I'm still in the process of working on all the other ones because there's actually 3. So possiblewomanmagazine.com. No www, just possiblewomanmagazine.com.
All right, good. I love that. So we'll add that one to everything too. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sharon, is there anything we didn't talk about that you'd like to talk about today?
No, as long as I got the grandbaby in, I'm good.
I love it. You got the grandbaby in. We got the puppy dog in. So we got it all in. I love it. Well, Sharon, thank you so much for being on here with me today. You're so fabulous. Oh my God. Love it, love it, love it. And I want to thank you for your gift. They're going to love that gift. That is going to knock their socks off. And I can't wait for them to visit your magazine and everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, just stay on the lookout because I have a lot of projects that's launching that I'm all about how do I help women get their voices out there. So
awesome. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.